Welcome to the LeTip 2017 Networking Kickoff event. This was hosted by Westside Referral Network and LeTip Downtown Elite. So let me go over the agenda. First thing I'm going to cover is building business relationships. There's no better way to grow your business, grow your income, increase sales than by building strong relationships. I'll be talking about how to do just that. Next, I'll cover LeTip's positive networking strategy. Our methodology of networking in LeTip is different than most networking groups. We'll talk about our we, not me strategy. And finally, I'm going to cover how to maximize your LeTip membership. I want to help you get the most out of your time in LeTip. But let's dive right in. Here's a scene from the movie, The Boiler Room.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Davis. This is Ron calling you from the Daily News. How you doing this morning?
It's Davis, and I'm not interested.
Okay, I'm sorry to have bothered you. Have a nice day.
Wait a minute. Wait, that's your pitch? You consider that a sales call?
Well,
You know, I get a call from you guys every Saturday, and it's always the same half-assed attempt. If you guys want to close me, you should sell me.
Alright.
Alright, start again.
Okay. Hi. This is Ron from the Daily News. How you doing this morning?
What do you want?
It's not what I want, sir. It's what you want.
Ron, now we're talking. Alright, what are you selling me?
I'm offering you a subscription to the Daily News at a substantially reduced price. We're trying to reach out to people that have never had home delivery before.
Right, so basically you're saying that everybody else who already has a subscription is getting on this one?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, well, I can handle that. So, tell me, why should I buy your paper? I mean, why shouldn't I get the Times or the Voice, you know?
Well, the Village Voice is free, sir, so if you want it, you should certainly pick it up. But the Daily News offers you something no other paper can, a real taste of New York. We have the best features, more photographs than any other daily in New York, and we have the most reliable delivery in the city. Now, what do you think?
You know what I think, Ron? I think that was a sales call. Good job, buddy.
So you're going to buy a subscription?
No, I already get the Times.
So this is an absolutely positively perfect example of what not to do in networking. What was the big mistake the salesman was making on the phone? He didn't spend any time getting to know his customer. And yeah, this is an example of cold calling, but it's a mistake I see people make in networking all the time. They approach someone with the singular intention of what can I get from them instead of how can I serve them. And the reason this is important plugs right in to how we make choices. So, how do human beings make choices, intellectually or emotionally? Emotionally, we always go with our feelings. I'm sure you've said this. I'm sure you've heard other people say this. I wasn't sure what to do, so I just went with my gut. Really? This is how you made the choice with that? Why do we say that? Well, if you think about it, when you believe you're making a bad choice, where do you feel it? Do you get a headache? No, you get a stomachache. So the gut feeling is all about not having a gut feeling. It's actually about what makes us feel good. So what's the best way to encourage people to feel good about us? Is it giving them a discount? Well, yeah, that absolutely helps. Everybody likes a discount. Is it proving that our product is the best? Again, yes. Who wants to buy a shoddy product? But what's more important is showing interest in them. When you establish a genuine connection with others, they feel a genuine concern for them. And if you think about it, who are you more likely to do business with? Someone who gives you a discount or proves that they have a better product, or someone who is really interested in you, your needs, your concerns, the frustrations that you had before, how you're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. If there were two car dealerships side by side, and in one dealership, you're going to have the usual difficult experience of buying a car. But in the other one, it was going to be easy, but it would be $100 more. Which one would you go to? Would you want to save yourself the $100? Absolutely not. You'd gladly pay an extra $100 to have a good experience. So this is the mistake that people make in networking. This is the poor networking strategy I see so much at networking events. People walk into a networking event with a product to sell. Then they seek out new customers at the event, and then they spend their time convincing them to buy their stuff. That is a me-focused strategy, and it feels a lot like this. Someone who is networking with the intention of how much money they can make turns you into one of these. and you feel it. At LeTip, we've adopted a positive networking strategy. And our strategy is this. We are here to meet new people. We bring guests into our room. We encourage other people to join. We connect with each other. We become genuinely interested in each other. We're not trying to figure out how we can sell. We want to know each other's struggles. And why? So we can discover how we can best help them, how we can use our knowledge, our skills in our business to be in service to them. Now, that is not always about selling them something. A lot of times it's just giving advice. It's just being helpful. That's the we-focused strategy of LeTip. So in the positive networking strategy, we ask people a lot of questions. We want to get to know them. We want to get to know about them. We're interested in them. That generates positive and good feelings from the people that we do business with. When they have a good feeling, they're much more likely to do business with us. If you walk into a tire store and the first thing the guy says is, "We have the best tires and I'm going to give you 10% off." Okay, that's decent. But let's say you walk into a different store and the first thing the guy said is, "I want to know what kind of conditions under which you drive so I can make sure that you and your family are safe on the road." That's a genuine interest in you. That's the type of networking we do. So, are you ready to network? Using LeTip's positive networking strategy. Let's break our bad networking habits. So, raise your right hand and let's take the positive networking oath. Go on, raise your right hand. I know you still haven't raised it. Do it now. Okay, very good. The positive networking oath. Number 1, I will not ask, "What do you do for a living?" Number 2, I will not try to sell my product or service. Number 3, I will not talk about the stuff I do or sell. And number 4, I will not trade business cards until the end of our conversation. I hope you repeated each one of those. So these are typical ways of communication at a networking event. If you don't do these, what's left? You walk up to someone, what are you supposed to say other than what do you do for a living? But the truth is that's a dead-end question. What do you do for a living? I sell tires. Now where do you go with that conversation? That question doesn't start a relationship. So instead, try this. Ask, what do you like about what you do? Hey, what do you like about what you do? Oh, it's great when people come into my tire store and I know that when they leave, they're going to be a lot safer out on the road. That makes me feel great. Now you're learning something about the person. And number 2, I will not try to sell my product or service. So instead, look for ways that you can promote their business. Oh, you own a tire store? You know, I have a friend of mine who's in a club where they collect antique cars. I know they need a lot of tires. Let me hook you up with him. What do you think's going to happen if you sell insurance and you connect up the tire store owner with an entire group of people who need tires? Do you think that person's going to be more or less willing to sit down with you and talk about insurance? Number 3, I will not talk about the stuff I do or sell. You got to realize something. You're in your business because you love it and you're passionate about it. But the truth is, the thing that you love the most about your business, nobody cares about. I sell tires. We're getting in the H883. The H883 is an amazing tire. It's got double wall, steel belted radials. It takes up to 130 PSI. It's an amazing tire. Boring, boring, boring. So instead of talking about the stuff that you do or sell, describe a success that you've had helping a client. Like this guy brought his daughter in. She's going to college up in Colorado. And they were looking at completely the wrong tires. I said, hey, you got to keep her safe in the snow and the rain and the sleet. Let me show you the tires that will protect her on the road. That guy was so happy, actually gave me a hug when he left my store, right? Tell a story that's engaging. It lets people know how you do business, not just what you do in your business. And finally, I will not trade business cards until the end of the conversation. Absolutely. What you want to do is you want to make notes on the back of the card so you can reference those notes in an email. Chatted with a guy at a networking meeting. He said his daughter was going to college in Colorado. I asked him to come into the store so I could help him. Jot that down on the back of the business card that you get from him. How is he going to feel when the next day he gets an email? Hey, Steve, definitely bring in your daughter Amy and let's make sure that she gets the right tires for her trip to college in Colorado. How good is he going to feel knowing that you remembered those specific details about his life? These 4 steps of the positive networking practice, if nothing else, are going to set you so far apart of the usual networking experience that people have. These are designed to begin the bonds of building strong business relationships that turns into long-term customers rather than individual sales. So let's talk about how to maximize your LeTip membership. You're in the group, you might as well make the best of it. You want to make at least one coffee appointment a week. You go to all the trouble of getting up early, getting to the meetings, making connections with people. Don't miss out on setting up a one-on-one meeting, because that's where the real relationships are built. Change up your 30-second commercial often. Yes, there's people that do the same commercial and we've come to expect it and actually look forward to it. And probably those commercials are working for them. If you aren't getting the kind of traction in the group that you are with your commercial, that means it's time to change it up, and change it often. Do something interesting and surprising, a little shocking, funny, or curious. Use your commercial to engage people, not just tell the story of what you do. Invite new guests to every meeting. It's so important that we have a constant flow of new people coming into the group. And it's not just about dollars and cents. It keeps the energy strong. And finally, if you're watching this and if you're not a LeTip member, join today. So much happens in a LeTip room, so much more than just passing business. It's like a weekly graduate level business class where you learn public speaking, how to connect with people, how to grow your business, how to evolve what you're doing. You get constant feedback. The comparatively small amount that you pay for a LeTip membership comes back at you 100-fold when you truly engage in your group. There's just no better place than a LeTip business meeting to grow, advance, and evolve your company. So thanks for checking out LeTip's 2017 Networking Kickoff event, hosted by LeTip of Downtown Elite and Westside Referral Network. I hope we get to talk soon, learn about each other, and under no circumstances, ask each other what we do for a living. Thanks so much.